strangely, Joe's got this massive quote up on
I'll throw it up right now
on the screen. I'm not going to read all of it. It's from his girlfriend. She, unfortunately, YouTube doesn't tell you a date and time for comments, so we don't know exactly.
It just says 6 years ago.
We don't know exactly when she left this comment, but
let this soft mineral melt in your...
What the heck happened? I just clicked on the comment. That was my bad. I'm sorry, everybody.
So we don't know exactly when she left this comment, but it was after he went missing. It was sometime after he went missing, and she just went into talking about how they've camped and hiked all over the Nevada desert, sometimes 9 hours a day. They would find abandoned mining towns and caves and mine shafts. She always said they were always very careful in how they explored them. She did say Kenny was more daring than she was. She talked about how they wore snake guards and they had some protected clothing. They used walking sticks. They brought enough water and food for the hiking hours and extra water and food in the car. So she really wanted to say that she didn't think he had an accident. She thinks he committed suicide. And this isn't, I'll get into actual theories.
Okay.
But she basically said he's battled depression for many years and he would sometimes go off his medication. He quit his job a little more than a year before he disappeared. So she thinks that...
Hold on, you missed a very important part.
What?
Right after that, he wanted to see if he could sell his inventions and do what he called cowboy interior design for homes.
I did miss that.
That is I need to know what that is.
Well, so yeah, we'll get into theories. So, we'll post a link to this video and people can go read the entire. It's a couple massive paragraphs.
It's long
comments.
If you're watching, you'll see. I just highlighted that part, but
her general theme of her comment was that she didn't think it was an accident. She thinks he went out there to commit suicide. So,
yeah, she wrote, "You aren't going to pull a Robin Williams on me, are you?" That's what she asked him.
So there actually was another YouTuber that started up a search for Kenny and videoed his searches. His name on YouTube was Aqua Chigger, and he decided to document his attempts to find Veach in the desert. In his December 9th, 2021 video, he comes across... Aqua Chigger comes across a few things that led him to change his thoughts about what may have happened to Veach. He goes on to quote, "One thing in particular that was very odd is a stone pillbox-like structure overlooking the approaches to the area. I also discovered some large scat with large chunks of animal bone in it, and that begins to change my thoughts on how I should conduct any future searches. I suspect there could be mountain lions roaming the hills for sure now. I also found a badger skull not too far away, and they too would be capable of devouring and scattering human remains. I also found evidence of 2 separate mountain sheep deaths, and one had severely fractured leg bone, which could also be a sign of how and why Kenny never came back out of the hills so many years ago. His searches include the so-called MK Valley in the Sheep Mountain area and other areas sometimes come to him in self-described premonitions. It seems that his conclusion is that Veach succumbed to the elements, but no body has been found to this day." So this YouTuber that has been hiking in this area looking for him doesn't think it was suicide, thinks he had an accident, and then the wildlife, dealt with.
Yeah, took care of the rest.
Yeah. So we're going to jump into theories now, and I'll give you a list of theories from family, friends, other hikers, and then you can tell me what you think. Obviously, the most prominent theory is suicide based on what his girlfriend said. So Kenny's apparent negative state of mind may have given him the thought to end his life, and the M Cave story was a perfect excuse. But if this was his intent, where are Kenny's remains? Nothing has ever been found despite all of the official and voluntary searches. Perhaps he jumped into one of the many mine shafts in the Sheep Mountains and will never be found. That was theory number 1. Mm-hmm. 2, intentional disappearance. So did Kenny disappear to start a new life and escape, troubles at home? He definitely appeared to have a lot of financial issues. So it led a lot of people to wonder, did he fake his own death to get out of the debt he was in? Maybe.
Okay.
Misadventure. Did he fall down one of the mine shafts? Did he succumb to the heat and die from hypothermia, or dehydration? Was he bitten by a snake? Only his phone was found. There was no sign of a body despite a large search. Was his girlfriend somehow involved? People have speculated that. Getting into some more of the interesting theories, I would call them. One is military action.
He seemed pretty nonchalant about being in the Nellis Air Force Base bombing area.
Yeah. So did he discover a secret entrance to Area 51?
Ooh. Follow the vibrations.
With strange effects on his body caused by classified military technology. Some theorize
element. What is it? Element 215 or
I don't know.
What's that? What? Remember? What's his name?
The guy.
The guy who claimed like he was an engineer at Area 51
with the glasses.
Yeah. With the body and the arms.
So, some theorize that covert black ops in the military took Kenny out as he had discovered something he shouldn't have. Some focused on the existence of Area 51.
Element 115. Bob Lazar.
Some focused on the existence of Area 51 and the fact that Veach's cell phone was found near Nellis Air Force Base. Allegedly, there are several tunnels below the Nevada desert accessed by this base, and those tunnels lead to imprisoned aliens and other military secrets. So others say that the strange vibration and subsequent feelings of fear experienced by Kenny as he approached this cave could have been the effects of what is known as an active denial system. So an active denial system is a non-lethal directed energy weapon developed by the U.S. military designed for area denial, perimeter security, and crowd control. Informally, the weapon is called the heat ray since it works by heating the surface of targets such as the skin of targeted human subjects without damaging muscle tissue. Investigators have theorized that the device used in this particular cave could instead have been based on infrasound. Infrasound is a relatively new discovery of ultra-low frequency sound waves which have significant effects on human beings when they are exposed to them. People are reported to experience strange vibrations, auditory and visual hallucinations, and intense feelings of fear when subject to such low frequencies. So, did he come across some kind of covert entrance to one of these bases and they had one of these ultra-low frequency denial systems in place, which is what he was feeling? I mean, pretty far-fetched, but you never know. Another theory, hoax. So some people believed the entire situation was a hoax, citing the lack of articles and media coverage concerning the disappearance. They claim that his Facebook page seeks to legitimize the case. However, the lack of reputable information on the police search in comparison to the multiple conspiracy sites running his story makes the veracity of the event seem questionable. Skeptics also noticed that Veach only had 5 YouTube videos uploaded to his channel, and 4 of them involved selling things. Some have wondered if did he leave his initial comment about the M Cave on another YouTube channel before dropping the highly anticipated M Cave hike video in an attempt to gain internet points? Unlike his other videos, the M Cave upload garnered over 1 million views, and like Joe said, it's over 2 million now. Mm-hmm. However, Veach's story was featured on the CNN docuseries Real Life Nightmares, making it less likely to be a hoax with so many actors fooling a large news network. So I don't think it was a hoax. Finally, just the last couple of theories. Animal attack. Some speculate that he may have gotten bit by a rattlesnake or attacked by a mountain lion. But this is also met with doubt because he did have a gun with him. I mean, a gun wouldn't protect you from a rattlesnake, but a mountain lion it would. Yeah. So I think a rattlesnake bite would be plausible, but you would think searchers, if he was bit and didn't end up in a mine shaft, would find his body out there.
Yeah.
But they say, no blood was found anywhere, not even on his phone, and there was nothing to indicate animal predation in this location. So authorities kind of ruled that one out. Foul play, like we mentioned earlier in the episode, this area is known to harbor, drug addicts, and people have dumped, bodies in this area in the past. So I don't think it's outside the realm of possibility that with how he just hikes off the grid, no trails, no roads, that he maybe came across something going on. And
yeah, they made him leave the cell phone, or they left the cell phone there on purpose.
If a criminal element's already out there dumping one murder victim,
yeah, if he came
someone
across
sees
that,
it, they're not going to hesitate to kill you. That's a possibility. And finally, UFOs, because Area 51.
Yep.
I don't have anything else for UFOs. Just he found his secret entrance to the alien jail or something.
All right. I think we gave our theories, and I have a little surprise for you.
What's
that
this?
I just discovered? Well, I'll tell you when we're done with theories.
Okay, so what do you think happened?
I'll give my real theory. I think more than likely he fell into a mine shaft.
You think?
I think he fell, and there's so many of them. I was thinking about what's neat about doing, well, not neat, that's a bad word to use, but about, we did the case with Paul Miller.
Yeah.
It was hard for them to find him.
Yeah.
And he was not in a cave.
No, he was close.
Yeah, he was close by, and they had to use that special technology to find him.
Yeah.
So if this guy's going in and out of these caves, and there's hundreds of them, the odds of them finding him are like needle in a stack of needles is kind of how I look at it. So I think it's just they just couldn't find him, and you have only a certain amount of people and time to do it. Mm-hmm. I think that's the most likely. The cell phone thing, that makes it a little bit harder, where I'd maybe lean a little bit towards he came across some bad people and they did bad things.
Yeah.
But there's also the possibility he left it there. I've left put my cell phone down and did other things and kind of walked away before. That's something that can happen. I do also, it's funny because the girlfriend had mentioned the suicide thing. She just went right to it. So could it have been like a setup where she's involved or whatever? Yeah, probably. I want to go towards the most likely that he just succumbed to the elements somehow, either with his recklessness or whatever. He's been kind of playing around with that too often, and eventually you're going to get bit.
Yeah, what's the saying? You mess with the horns, or
mess with the bull, you get the horns.
You get the horns.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, I think personally,
or if you mess with the horns, you get the bull. I don't know. You just don't want either one.
I think I have two theories on equal footing. I think suicide is a very possible theory based on what the girlfriend said, and perhaps he put his cell phone there and then went down a different mine shaft to kind of throw searchers off, so they think he was there, but he's like,
so why do you think? Because usually suicide victims don't want to be stopped, but they want to be found. That's what was weird.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm just going off of the information she provided, that he would go off his medication. He had financial troubles. He's been battling depression. Mm-hmm. I think that's a high probability. I also think misadventure is a nice way of saying it, that he does so many risky things that eventually something bad was going to happen. He already blew his knee out once and had to get taken out of there by a helicopter.
Yeah, he doesn't follow itineraries, doesn't use GPS. No. It just makes all the mistakes.
Yeah, and so I think that is a very high probability of happening, and there's so many mine shafts, they could never search all of them.
Yep.
Like you said, maybe the phone just fell out of his pocket, like he was there.
Yeah.
And it fell out of his pocket, and he kept going, and he found a cave that he thought, oh, this looks interesting. And you saw in that video, like the ladder and stuff, that wood is probably 100 years old.
Oh yeah, if you step
maybe
on
he
that,
tried climbing down one of those and it broke and he fell and he's in one of those mine shafts.
Yeah,
I think those are my two, theories. What is this phrase we say?
Off the deep end.
Off the deep end.
We gotta find a song so I can hit a button and it plays like the.
I wish we could license the X-Files theme,
like something like that,
yeah.
Like something crazy.
I'll find something.
Let's find something.
Off the deep end, I think he discovered, like an escape tunnel for like one of the military bases.
Ooh, an exhaust shaft
or something like maybe it was a tunnel for Area 51 that they use, like if they've got to get out of the base quick.
Mm-hmm.
And it was guarded by one of these, perimeter denial systems. And that's why he felt that vibration.
Okay.
And
like high amounts of energy radiating.
And maybe he found the M cave again and he pushed too far, too close to it. And
okay.
Maybe he passed out or something. And then the military.
They put his phone back by the mine shaft where his videos were.
Yeah. And
That's something they're definitely capable of doing that.
They're like, we can't like hand him over now. He's seen too much, and that's the last.
Happy ending. He's working there. They didn't kill him. He's just working there and he can't leave. He's like that in Independence Day, that scientist just like they don't let him out. Yeah. He's a little crazy.
So yeah, that's my off the deep end theory. But I honestly do think that now that I think about it more, I mean, suicide I think is a very close number 2, but I think number 1, along with that Aqua guy on YouTube, I think he just had an accident.
Yeah,
I'm
with her.
He pushed the envelope too much, and you do risky things long enough, something bad's going to happen.
You mess with the bull, you get the horns, Mike.
All right, what's your surprise?
I am off the deep end with you too.
Okay.
I'm on your off the deep end train. Government involvement, Area 51, all the things.
Definitely.
My surprise is somebody found the M Cave, according to them, and it's got 1 million views.
Sweet.
I don't think it's the M Cave, nor do the other people, because they said it's very visible. But
let's see it.
The surprise is, hold on, let me get the volume going here, because I didn't listen to it. I was reading what they said.
So, I believe that up there is the M Cave. See that entrance? It looks like a letter M.
Look at, he's gonna trace it for us. Look at, there it is.
Oh,
Illuminati. Fractals.
Taking a.
So hold on, I'm not gonna make it. It's 8 minutes long. We should post this too. He walks up there, looks suspicious right here. This little wall he's seeing.
Oh yeah.
Now let's go forward here all the way to 5 minutes. What is this?
It's empty.
Oh, there's empty bottles. Wait for it.
Oh, something over here.
Oh, there's something over here, Mike. There's some wood.
Oh, here's a sign. Or
what?
Something, a piece of metal.
There's a piece of metal. What? Warning, Area 51, no trespassing.
Hey, there we go.
Restricted area, no trespassing.
And it was under some sticks, so it definitely has been there for a while.
Well,
definitely wasn't planted by
I don't want to trust my luck.
You know, those secret military bases that put signs out with the distinct location that it's the secret military base? Oh, what does that say? Danger, Area 51.
I'm not sure why all this wood is in here, or this bottle.
Yeah.
Or that sign.
What's the channel? What's the username?
Oh, well, it's got 1 million views. Let's see here. It's just some random guy. Let's see what it says. It is Exploring Abandoned Mines in Unusual Places channel.
Oh, very specific.
Yep, very specific.
You're not going to find...
He's got almost half a million subscribers, though. 413,000 subscribers.
Well, we'll post links to all this stuff, and you guys can check it out for yourselves.
So he found the Area 51 restricted sign, use of deadly force authorized. That wood looks old, and the sign was under sticks. Dirty.
Once we hit, like the big leagues for podcasting, we need.
Oh my gosh! I got to play it again real quick. I wasn't sharing the screen, just the sign part. I'm sorry, everybody. But it's definitely here. I'll go right to the sign.
Or something, a piece of metal.
There it is. Here goes everybody watching. Everyone watching is probably like, you idiot! Like, look at. Hold on, I'm gonna pause it right here. Look at that.
There we go.
Clear evidence. Warning: restricted. Deadly use of deadly force authorized. No trespassing. Area 51, real big. Boom. Case closed.
I've seen the other signs for Area 51. None of them say, "Oh, you're at Area 51, restricted access."
All right.
That seems a little sus to me.
No,
not at all.
No, definitely. All right, so I'll show. I won't play it, but there, see, he's traced the M. Yeah. I actually jumped right to it. That was pretty impressive. See, look, there's the M. You can. I'll back up a little bit so you can see what it looks like. There he goes. Yeah, I mean, it's there's old wood. There's a bottle. You know, this is one of the secret entrances. There it is. There's the door, probably. What I was saying,
and then we'll sign off for this episode. But
are you sure you don't want to just keep going down this rabbit hole?
Well, we'll move this to Patreon.
There we go.
Once we hit the big leagues, podcasting wise, we need to fly out to Nevada and go right up to the gate and pull a folding table out and do like an episode right in front of the gate to Area 51.
Like in an area where we can be?
Yeah, like the public area.
Okay, I don't want to.
Right before you get shot.
Or that is how we could maybe get this to blow up faster. Is just go do it, get arrested, and then we'll make the news. 2 idiots trying to make their podcast big.
Yeah. So yeah, very interesting case. Like we said, it's been covered by a lot of people online, but people really, so many conspiracy theories about this case. And I was on a couple Reddit threads, and there are a lot of people getting angry that this is even still talked about. They're like, it's suicide, leave him alone, but I don't think it's as clear cut as just saying it's definitely a suicide.
And he was a gregarious dude. Like,
yeah.
I think it's almost kind of doing his life justice to continue the story. Like, he was kind of a unique dude. I'll say he was a weird dude, not in like a mean way. He was a goofy dude.
Yeah.
The fact that
fun guy to hike with. I think he would be fun to hike with.
Yeah, he as long as he follows our rules. Yeah. But he wanted to do something big.
Yeah.
Not that I'm promoting being reckless or anything, but
no.
There's ancillary channels that are following the story that are getting millions of views.
Yeah.
So his name is carrying on in the search for this M cave. I don't think it was suicide. I think, I don't get that. I know you can never tell. I think it was a misadventure.
Yeah.
I really do. And I hope that, is doing his name justice, I guess.
Well,
don't do what he does. That is not, and that is not us saying, oh yeah, that's great. No, you hear us every week or every month, however often we post. Like, don't do any of the things he did. Do the opposite. Go exploring, but do it the right way so you can come back and actually share your adventures.
Do it safely. And a place like this to hike in is very difficult and requires a lot of preparation, a lot of skill. It's not something a novice should do.
Yeah.
And we don't need to go into any of it.